Welcome to the DVD special features for Queens. JK, this isn't a DVD, this is the internet. Anyway, the reason I'm making this video is a lot of people had questions about how we did the fight choreo, and I had a lot of footage from shooting the previs and the fight choreo, and so I thought I'd stick a little something together and explain the process. So here we go. This is Braxton and Michaela. They're the fight coordinators. Tell me what you guys do.
What we do is we just kind of design action scenes, put the pieces together, and make sure that the stunts are good, the action flows, and that we get Derek what he wants for his movie.
I had the script written 6 months before I actually had Jade locked in. I had her in my mind as I was writing the script, but I didn't have her locked in and I didn't really know her fight capabilities. We met with her at the first part of the year. It was in January. We met up for a day and Braxton just kind of tested out what kind of fight skill level she had, because she doesn't really train in martial arts. She's an acrobat, she's a brilliant dancer, she's very athletic and coordinated, but we didn't know what kind of fight skills she had. It turned out she didn't really have any fight training, but she's so good at learning choreo and good at picking up dance moves that picking up fight form was really easy for her. Dancers make great fighters because they pick up choreo really quickly. They learn choreo all the time. And then also when actual fighters fight, sometimes they don't look super graceful and cat-like. There's a bit more stuttery, a bit more clumsy, kind of small steps, staggering steps. But when a dancer does it, they can make it look really graceful and beautiful. So I love working with dancers as fighters. After testing her, we decided that we really didn't have to hold back at all in our fight choreo. We could plan anything we wanted and she'd be able to pick it up. The next time we met was the end of February. You can kind of see the evolution of where we started and where we ended. We went through all the specific parts of the script where I had lined out exactly what I wanted to happen. Also, another cool reference, if you want to go to my Facebook page, I've uploaded the scripts there. You can see how that was translated from the script onto the screen, where I saw her headbutting one person, punching another guy in the neck, and then doing the neck break. A lot of Braxton's style is influenced by the different martial arts that he trains in. He does a lot of different Chinese martial arts. And I train in Muay Thai, so I was always asking Braxton and Michaela to work in more Muay Thai kicks and knees and elbows. I have a family! Then we started working out the boss battle. They would try different things out, I would give my feedback, and then we arrived at things that we liked. And that was kind of the process. We just tried things out and they tried to see how easy it was to do and how easy that would be to teach. Our second day of filming was May 7th, and we basically had to make this the previs. We had locked in the location, so we knew the basic rough layout of where we were filming. So I put up tables to kind of represent where the racks of clothes were going to go. And we ended up with a little previs film, which I'll play. We have to know it was a long process. That was like a 12-hour day where we started off really slow on each move and then we sped up until they felt comfortable. Then I started to film it, and then we would do it between 2 and 9 times until I had the angle right. So then I could cut together a little previs film to show and reference on the day of filming. I had to find the right camera angles to sell all the fight moves. Most of the time when you're punching someone in the face in a fight film, you're this far away, you know? So you're not gonna hit them. But if your camera angle's like this, so I haven't changed the distance, but because the camera is back there, I've stacked the distance and it looks like I'm getting hit. So we went through, locked in all of the specific parts of the script, and then went through the more vague parts, the ideas that Braxton and Michaela had come up with, and we kind of evolved those, modified them, just to make sure that they were the style I was looking for, where it was the mix between brutal, realistic, and lyrical, so that it was believable that they were trying to hit each other, but also that it was very flowy and connected.
This was kind of a newer experience for us. Normally a lot of the fight stuff that we do is a lot flashier. It's like flippy, kind of Jackie Chan style, where it's like action comedy, and this was a lot like harder, just like brutal, like Muay Thai style, like brutal elbows, knees, leg kicks and stuff.
That was good. I had to sell that punch, I needed to go over her shoulder. Our third day of filming, that was actually our rehearsal day. And we used our previs film that we had made May 7th to teach the moves to Jade and the stuntmen. We'd start off really slow, they would be going through the moves really carefully and slowly. They'd build up speed until they felt comfortable enough to have me film them.
Let her jump into you, and then from there you can like muscle her. Yeah! Yes, that's it. That's awesome.
Once we were on set with the actual clothing racks and the cashier's desk, everything changed a little bit. Things got a little bit tighter, and we had to make sure that the blocking was right, so that the punches and kicks were selling and that the camera was in the right angle. So we had to rehearse that all over again and make sure that we had it all ironed out. We'd start off slow, we'd go through it, build up, get quicker, then I'd film it, and then at the end of the day, we had another little previs that I could then reference when it came time to actually film. And I could look back and see what was working before and what we needed to incorporate to make the fight look a little better. When it comes down to it, making a cool fight scene is just practice. You're trying things out, you see what doesn't work, and then you do it over.
Boom. You're gonna take this arm and bring it underneath here and throw him to the ground. Yeah, perfect.
Basically, I made this fight film 4 different times. And that's how I ended up with something that I was happy with. If I had just filmed something on the first day, I would have not wanted to show anybody. But because it was our 4th iteration, it was really cool.
That was really good.
Was it? I didn't get kicked once. I was too far away.
Some of these moves, they started off so slow and they went through so carefully. It was probably 10, 15, 20 times before they felt comfortable enough to go fast enough where I could walk through with the camera, and then I would maybe film it 7 or 8 times. You'll notice in the rehearsal stuff we had laid pads down so people could fall over and over without hurting themselves too bad. When it came time to actually film, we pulled the pads. Sometimes we would put pads in people's jackets when we could afford them to kind of absorb some of the blow, but it was still more painful to fall onto the floor. So we tried to limit the number of times we would perform the stunts without the pads. But sometimes it would be between 2 and 12 times. I think one time we did a fight move that we got in the first take, but most of the time it was probably closer to 5 or 9 times. I'm kind of awful like that because I had these long fight sequences. I didn't want to cut. I wanted to have it all play out in a long take. So I would follow the move over here. I would come back. Sometimes I would hide a cut in like a whip pan. You can find it if you look closely. You see that I actually cut in a whip pan. But most of the time I tried to make things play out in big solid moves where I'd be moving around and you could see the whole fight sequence. So if something got messed up at the end of the take, we just started over and did it again. And so sometimes that resulted in doing lots of takes to get the whole big chunk just right. But I think it was worth it. It's not perfect. I think I could do better next time, but I'm really happy with it and I'm really proud, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this little DVD special feature, go ahead and comment below. Let me know if you liked it and if I should do more of it. Hopefully you'll go back and watch the original film again and look for all the things that I talked about. So thanks for watching.